Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a new Doctor Who topic video review for today. So this review, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Asylum of the Daleks. Now, this does have kind of a few plot holes. There's quite a few plot holes in it. I'm going to sit here and do my review on it and see there's some elements I do like of it, and there's some elements that I don't. And this story is technically a typical Moffat story where you just got so much crammed into it. You got the plot in it, and then you just go, I'm sorry, but what? So anyway, talking about Asylum of the Daleks, how do I give this one? Even though it's got a few problems with it, for me to say it's a 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved and enjoyed it. I love the return of the Daleks. Now, the reason this is a 10 out of 10 for me is because they bring back the classic Daleks. So we see Daleks from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, with the Bronze Daleks and, of course, the Dalek Paradigm Daleks from Series 5, aka Victory of the Daleks. I absolutely love this. I really did actually love rewatching this story. So we're getting up to the point where Rory hands Amy her divorce papers because she threw him out, which we later on find out why. So I'll talk a bit about that later on. So Asylum of the Daleks. So we start off with this strange woman talking inside a Dalek kind of temple on Skaro. When the 11th Doctor arrives, he goes, "Skaro, the original planet of the Daleks. Look what they've done to it." And I love the way she's like there saying, "Oh, my daughter's in the Dalek prison camp." He goes, "Tell me, how's the Dalek? If your daughter's in the Dalek prison camp, then why aren't you?" And then he just goes, "You're cold. You're dead cold." And he goes, "You're a trap and you don't even know it." And then, of course, you got that massive Dalek eye stalk coming through her forehead. And then he goes, "The doctor is required." Again, I do kind of enjoy that kind of new aspect of the Daleks, the Dalek eye stalk popping through their eye, which really is a bit of a trend because it does, last time we actually see this is in The Magician's Apprentice with the 12th Doctor. So I do kind of enjoy, this is the very first story we see it. So after the Doctor's been required, they go to Earth and they kind of require Amy and Rory Pond. So Rory gets kidnapped, required by a bus driver, disguised as a Dalek, inside it. And then Amy's kind of really kidnapped by some sort of makeup artist, I believe, in her photo shoot. And then, of course, they wake up and then, of course, you got them. So how many trouble are we in? And the Doctor just walks through. "How much trouble, Mr. Pond?" Out of 10? 11. I love the music in this as well. Because when the Doctor's there in the Parliament of the Daleks, and he goes, "So come on then. What you waiting for? You got me. Hello, at last. It's Christmas. Here I am." And then, of course, he closes his eye thinking they're going to say, "Exterminate him." And he goes, "Saves us." "What? You will save us." And he goes, "I what? You will save the Daleks." And then you got the whole kind of Prime Minister event of the Daleks going, "Save the Daleks." And I love the way the Doctor just goes, "Wow, this is new." Now, the bit I'm going to say, which is a bit of a plot hole for me, why do the Daleks have an asylum planet? I mean, it's the Daleks. If there's something wrong with a Dalek, they don't put it on in the same planet. They kill it. We see it happen in tons of times in classic. You don't really see them be put into an asylum because it's gone insane. They normally kill the insane Daleks, which we see a lot of times in Doctor Who's history. So it's like, why is there an insane Dalek planet of the Daleks, like an asylum? It makes absolutely no sense, and it really just makes no sense to me. Why is there like this going on? I love the way we got to meet the like Prime Minister of the Daleks, where it's like a Dalek mutant inside a glass dome. The Return of the Dalek Supreme's quite good. I do like the Dalek Supreme, and of course we've got the blue and red Dalek Paradigm Daleks, but we've got more than them showing through, so which is okay. I do actually enjoy that. But then again, when we get further into the plot hole, I love that line when the Doctor goes, "You're going to fire me at a planet and expect me to fix it." And Rory goes, "To be honest, that's kind of your MO." And he goes, "Don't be fair to the Daleks." Honestly, I love that line. "Don't be fair to the Daleks, want to fire me at a planet." I really do love that line. "Don't be fair to the Daleks, want to fire me to a planet." And then when they get onto the planet and they meet the crew of the Alaska, and then one died outside and the cold perverted his body. And then when they go into the like spaceship, and you kind of got all these skulls, and the guy goes, guys, this is Amy and the doctor. Guys, he goes, they've been dead for a lot longer. He goes, oh, of course, stupid me. I forgot about dying. And that's when the Dalek eye sort of popped through the eye. And then I like the way how the doctor literally just jumps on top of the chairs while Amy's there just kind of going, hoo, 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 and the doctor's just there jumping and using a fire extinguisher to back them off so he can lock themselves in the actual cockpit of the flight. Again, this is Jenna Coleman's very first appearance in Doctor Who, and she's not playing Clara, she's playing Oswin, who is a... It is actually Clara, because she jumps into the Doctor's time stream to save him, which is very timey-wimey. Complicated, you know. Timey-wimey. Again, I do actually enjoy this story. I love the way how they're going to the actual asylum, and you kind of got like the bronze Daleks. You do see classic Daleks. I love seeing classic Daleks. The classic Daleks, to me, are the best Daleks ever. I mean, I love all of the designs from Classic Who. I don't like the bronze Daleks that much, but I absolutely love the classic designs of the Daleks, like from the Hartnell and Troutonier, the Pertwee, Baker, the Davison, McCoy, up to McCoy ones. You know, I just really love all the classic designs, and I loved all the callbacks, like like we had the return of the Special Weapons Dalek. It's only like a brief cameo appearance, but you know, it's the return of the Dalek. You know, the Special Weapons Dalek from Remembrance of the Daleks. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved it. And then when the 11th Doctor gets further down to the point where he's got to go in to get Oswin, and then before he finds out that she's been turned into a Dalek herself, he comes into the intensive care of the Daleks, where these are all the Daleks that survived him. So they actually call out a load of battle sites like the planet Vulcan, Exelon, like stuff from Classic Who. So they literally read out a ton of planets that the Doctor's battled the Daleks on in his past incarnations during Classic Who. Like there's, as I said, there's Vulcan, there's Sparadon from Planet of the Daleks, there's Exelon from Death to the Daleks, and you know, it's just really cool when you kind of hear that like those like little callbacks, and the Doctor goes, these are the Daleks that survived me. And then as you get further into the point, they come to life, and then they recognise him, so they try to kill him. Then Oswin basically wipes the Daleks' memory, only for the Daleks to remember the Doctor later on in Series 7. So out of the memories of Tasha Len. So what was the point of the Daleks' whole forgetting him? You know, I don't really get that point. But the one thing I have to say, the only thing that really gives this story 10 out of 10, it's the return of the classic Daleks. If you throw anything with classic Daleks in, I'm just going to give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, The Witch's Apprentice and The Witch's Familiar, even though that is the weakest story for Capaldi out of the Dalek stories, I have to admit, it's literally like, what, an 8 out of 10? Because it's got awesome Daleks in it from Classic Who. I just love classic Daleks. I'm sorry to say that, but I really love the design of the classic Daleks. I really prefer, out of the Daleks designs, I really prefer classic Daleks designs to the modern designs. I'm sorry to say that, but I really do. Even though the bronze Daleks are basically the Time War Daleks, and they did basically come about in the Paul McGann era in Time War 1 and 2. Maybe they came a bit earlier than that, which I don't really know, because I've not got further than that in the Big Finish timeline. But the one thing I have to say, I really love the way the classic designs, and this is why this story gets a 10 out of 10, because I love all the callbacks. I really love the way we have the 60s design, and I love that picture of the Doctor and Amy standing around that 60s Dalek, and I love the way other Daleks are as well, because I do see other bits of Daleks, like the Special Weapons Daleks. I do see the Peter Davison era Daleks. I believe I see a Genesis Dalek as well in the back. I was literally there, with my notebook, counting how many Daleks I see. Loads of there's like load of bronze. I see a load of bronze Daleks. Classic Daleks, I've counted about quite a few. I counted about 10 if I got it right, because they're all literally spread around in this asylum, and it's brilliant. I love the way when the Dalek comes to life to Rory, and it goes eggs, and Rory goes, what? Eggs. And then of course when Rory picks up and goes, these are eggs, I don't know what you want, and he goes, exterminate. And then all of a sudden the other Daleks go, exterminate. I love the fact when the Doctor uses the sonic screwdriver to make the Dalek reverse, and then it blows up, and Rory goes, who killed all the Daleks? And the Doctor's just there carrying Amy's body unconscious. Who do you think? I really love that. I love the way when they literally re-teleport back onto the Dalek ship, and the Doctor literally is kind of like boasting to him. You know, I think about teleports is, I'm really quite good. And when he comes, hello, losers. And the Daleks go, right, identify yourself against me, the Doctor, the oncoming storm, the Predator. And I love the way that woman goes, Bibles are not protectable. Doctor who? Doctor who? And he goes, oh, Oswin, you made them forget me all, you beauty. And then, of course, he goes to these TARDIS, drops Amy Roy's back home. And then, of course, we got that epic... I do love Matt Smith's first TARDIS console room. Not as much as his second one. I love his second one a lot more. But this one is a lot better than the Heckerson and Tennant one. I do enjoy this one a lot more than the Heckerson and Tennant one. And the Jodie one. I need to do an actual video of me doing the video of me ranking every single TARDIS console room. I need to do one of them again. I might have to. But I really do love that console room. It's one of my favourite console rooms. I do like it. But I have to admit, I like the way he goes, Doctor Who. And then literally fixes the TARDIS button and goes, Doctor Who. So yeah, this is my review on Asylum of the Daleks. There's some great stuff in it. I kind of get the plot hole. Like the Daleks all kind of forgetting the Doctor. And I don't like the way how in Time of the Doctor they kind of get that back. And then when you go into the next story, Capaldi's like, you're not supposed to know who I am. But it's like, Trenzalore, the telepath web, if they got the memories of Tasha Len, which means all the kind of memories of the Doctor can resurface, you know? It literally just makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. And that's one thing that carries over to the Jodie Whittaker era. Because the Daleks remember Jodie when that Reckon's Dalek scans her and it goes, you are the Doctor, you are an enemy of the Daleks. But the thing is, though, they're supposed to forget the Doctor, and then into the Dalek, they kind of it's like the Doctor's like saying, "Oh, you've forgotten me," and then when the next time the Doctor encounters the Daleks, they're like remembering him. It's like, what was the whole point of Oswin wiping out the Doctor's name out of the Daleks' telepathic web? That's what I don't get. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe, and share, and let me know in the comments what do you think of Doctor Who: Asylum of the Daleks. I mean, the reason I give this a 10 out of 10. Is to all the callbacks and the return of the classic Daleks. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day and join for more awesome Doctor Who content.